And so you've got, when did you get your sixth degree on your black belt?
Yeah, that's since you mentioned this, let's talk about degrees. The degrees after you get the black belt, they basically are automatically granted to you
Okay.
upon certain time. So we start with 0 degrees, and then after 3 years as a black belt, if you are active, you're entitled to get your first degree. And then another 3 for the second, another 3 for the third. Then it becomes 5 years for the fourth, another 5 years for the fifth, and another 5 years for the sixth. So those belts, if you are respecting the times, they just a reference of how long you are a black belt. It also doesn't show your level. So I got my sixth degree officially from the IBJJF because I have 24 years as a black belt, and I was competing back in '98. So and I've been active throughout these years mostly, and they recognize this and they give me the 6 degrees. You have people around the world that are wearing those stripes because they had the time, and some others that just like their coaches given then, but they didn't have the time, and then this is wrong. I would say they are fake somehow because you can be amazing, you can be even like 10 times better than me, but if you put your stripes before due time, like you're faking something, So it's not important for me those stripes, but also like I say, it's important for the others. They see, oh, this guy has 6 degrees. It means like he's been black
Put a
belt
lot of
for a
time.
long time. Doesn't mean I'm good.
Yeah.
Black belt. There can be a black belt with like 6 months of black belt that can be more knowledgeable than me. It's possible, of course.
And so is coral the next? So how do the belts work after black? After black, is it a coral belt next at seventh
Yes,
degree?
yeah,
Or?
the 7 degree becomes a coral belt in 7 years' time now, should be. Né? And another 7 years, you get the 8 degree, which used to be coral, and some guys like Rickson are still using the coral, and the federation changed to red and white.
I was going to ask you the difference between the two, the
The-
black and white, red and white.
Look, it used to be 7 degree black and red, 8 degree black and red. Okay, and without changing the times, they changed the color of the 8 degree black. The coral became this thing which they copy from Judo and other European Jiu-Jitsu, other arts were doing. While the coral one, the black and red, you only find in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So in my opinion, they shouldn't have added this red and white. And because I believe in that, if I'm alive and be awarded the red and white, I'm gonna just put a stripe on my red and black. I'm not gonna go to that belt.
Yes.
If I'm alive in 14 years time, like it's
Yes.
long time,
Yeah.
like from now on. And if I'm still active in jiu-jitsu, because I don't want a belt if I'm not training anymore. You know?
Right. Okay.
If I'm not at least teaching anymore,
Yes.
I don't want a belt just to show the
have
guys,
it.
oh, look, that I have it.
Yes. And then ninth degree is a red belt, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then 10th degree is reserved for
Yeah, for the
founders.
The founders.
The
yes,
founders.
that's
Okay.
it.
How many red belts are there in the world now? Do you know roughly? It's because it's a very. I saw a thing that said if you were a black belt at 19, the earliest you could get a red belt was at 67, just for the amount of time. Does that sound accurate?
Probably I don't know. I have to make the maths because I don't know if it's 9 or 10 years from the 8 to the 9.
Okay.
But
so
like
long...
let's say let's make from the 6th,
Okay.
which is easier for us. 19 plus 24 means you have to be 43 at 43
Six
to be a
stripe.
6 degree. A 6 stripe is gonna be at 43, and then at 50, the earliest you're gonna get the coral. So if you're gonna be in the coral another 14 years, no, hold on. You get the coral, and then you have another 7 to
and
get
10.
7. So
Yeah, 67. So 50 plus 7, 57 plus 10.
57, and then should be at 67. The earliest you
67.
can get is 67. And I didn't start that young.
Yeah.
As you know, I was 18, so I don't think
Yours
I'm gonna
is 75, eh? That's your age.